Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcome you back to Dark Cloud. In the previous episode, we got through a couple more layers, so in this one we're going to dive on into layer 14. What treasures await us? And by treasures, I mean nopes. So I have a bit of a confession to make. Now, I got a new microphone for Christmas, if you guys didn't already know, and I'm not really used to it. And so part of that, getting used to it is also me trying to figure out the best audio quality, and I tried out a setting and I didn't really bother to test it before I started recording, and as it turned out, it made me sound really stinking tinny. It honestly kind of drove me nuts. So this is post-commentary ArchTalko coming to you now. Not live, but now. So I'm going to warn you guys, there's going to be a lot of cutting because honestly, when you're just watching this battle footage, I mean, you don't get any of my reactions to what's going on. So I thought it would be fitting that, I'm going to show some of the battling, but I'm not going to show all of it. Because instead, I kind of want to talk about some of the lore behind the enemy designs in this game. At least, specifically, the Mask of Yep, there he is. The Mask of Prajna. Now, it's funny I said there he is, but actually, I think they're all supposed to be female. And here's why. The Mask of Prajnas, I believe, are actually based on Hanya masks, which were originated in Japanese theater. These masks were supposed to depict female demons, or I guess female spirits who were turned into demons through some sort of obsession or jealousy. Now, the key characteristics of these masks were that they always had horns. The masks always had this really intensely angry expression, but then at the same time, and that's looking at it straight on, but then if you were to look at it kind of from above, so looking at it eye level, it looks mean, but then if you were to look at it from above, the way that the eyebrows and the mouth are shaped, it actually makes it look sorrowful. And that was kind of to depict one, the complexity of the human condition and how, we can't really just be static characters, there's always more than meets the eye. We're all Transformers, we are all not Decepticons. Anyway, so there were horns, an angry yet sorrowful expression, and then a mouth with usually kind of large fang-like teeth, but then the mouth would stretch from ear to ear, really just creepy, just ugh. And what's funny is I didn't actually realize this, but for any of you guys who own iPhones, also yes, I'm doing weapon configuration stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing. I made a Synsphere out of the Platinum Ring, so that's all good. It's kind of OP, but not entirely OP, so that's always good. Excuse me, I had to burp a couple times actually. Anyway though, what's neat is for anyone who actually owns an iPhone, there is an emoji that it's a red face and has a really long nose and looks angry. And I'm telling you what, when I first saw it, I thought it was the most bizarre thing this side of Jupiter. But what it actually is a type of Hanya mask, the same one that is kind of inspired by the Mask of Prajna. Pretty interesting stuff, huh? I think so, at least. Now, a couple more facts about them. They actually come in red, which is kind of like the emoji, and white. Red was supposed to depict demons that came from lower class women, whereas the white ones didn't look quite as mean, but they were supposed to be from upper class women. So yeah, the more you know. The more you know. So anyway, I guess I should probably talk about what's going on screen. Cheese. All right, moving on. That's all I need to know. The Mask of Prajna in game, I think honestly is one of the coolest enemy designs. I mean, you got the floating, culturally awesome Japanese theater mask. You got the typical fan that correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't fans popularized by the kimono, or the kimono girls, or whatever the theater is with the kimonos and the shibba bop and the bop bang. So I'm not I'm not Gaijin Guma. I don't know everything there is to know about Japanese culture, but it's pretty hard to deny the fact that the Mask of Prajas were definitely Japanese inspired. I mean, they're even wielding katanas for poop's sake, or maybe not katanas, but like the short sword equivalent of the katana. You know what? Hey, you know what? I'm post-commentating. I can look this up online right now. Let's see. Let's Google this and find out what exactly that is. Oh, I see. It's not a katana, but a tanto, I believe. Katana. Oh, here. Let's click Yahoo Answers. Please light me the way. Oh, okay. No. A kodachi, literally translating into small or short tachi, which is Japanese for sword, is a Japanese sword that is too short to be considered a long sword, but too long to be a dagger. So I'm going to assume that the Mask of Prajas attack us with kodachis. Knowledge, the more you know. Anyway, if we want to go into more lore, I don't really think I need to explain the anti-meduse, which in Dark Cloud 2 they're actually called anti-medusas, which is why it's so weird for me to have to call them anti-meduse. But I think it's pretty obvious. Medusa was a Greek, not deity, but a Greek-like villain, and I put that in quotes. She was a, I believe, like a Gorgon, if that's the correct term, and was beheaded by a certain Greek hero and used as a weapon. And it was rumored that it was that her horrible ugliness would turn people into stone. She was the definition of the ugly barnacle. Everyone died. And whatever the name of the hero was, because I don't know, ended up beheading her using the help of a bunch of different gods and goddesses' items, including a mirrored shield from Athena, some winged sandals from Hermes, and some other stuff that I'm not totally familiar with. I'm just kind of vaguely acquainted with the tale. So it's actually funny because Medusa, like the image of Medusa has actually drastically changed over the years. It used to be that Medusa was just horribly ugly, you know, with the snakes for hair and all that fun stuff. But then, sometime I think in like the 400 or 500 BCs, the popular opinion was actually that Medusa was like a beautiful lady with the snakes for hair, and that, you know, would turn people into stone. So, two pretty wildly different images of Medusa, but pretty much both ending the same way. Both tales. I believe one was like the Greek one, and the other was like the Roman rendition. Both ending with the same hero beheading her and using her as a weapon. But again, just a different image, which I just find really interesting. Now, Sam's, I'll be honest, I don't really know what Sam's could be based off of. Now, I could spoil what the final boss is, and I think Sam's might just be linked to what the final boss in this area is. But again, I don't really want to spoil that yet. All of you people who played the game, I think you know what I'm talking about. I think there might be a correlation between Sam's and the final boss. But again, don't really quote me on that, so yeah. Anyway, though, now that we are done discussing the lore, I guess I'm gonna go all sports announcer on you guys and talk about nothing while I try to think of things to say while we mindlessly kill and loot and pillage and... Oh my god, Tone is a barbarian. Dave, the barbarian. Oh my gosh, every time I go to, like, not talk non-stop, I end up having to burp, like, 3 times. Every time. 3 times. What am I doing? Alright, so anyway, man, another Firestone. Again, I know I've already said this a couple times, but you really want to get as many Firestones as you can possibly find. Anyway, another really neato fact about Mask of Prajas, and I do believe I already went over this, but I just want to really emphasize it, is that they give a boatload of experience. I believe that they're actually like the most efficient enemies to like farm ABS off of, just because they're pretty easy to defeat. I mean, they flinch every time you fight them. Also, Fruit of Eden, very nice, in Rodolfo's house, so very good. But yeah, Mask of Prajas, they're probably the best enemy in Shipwreck to grind. If you go to a certain floor, I'm not totally sure, I'll put that on screen, like which floors it is. and go to the back layers where you can find them in stamina mode. Oh my gosh, I mean, it takes like 2 or 3 of them to level up your weapons. Amazing spot to grind. Shipwreck definitely, if you want to build up your weapons, which I think I might actually do off screen, is just the perfect place to build your stuff up. Alright, so I actually went to the next floor, but then I got really overzealous, and as you see there, I goofed up. If Toan faints and you don't have revival powder, I mean, you can't get the Atlas, so I left the dungeon, I came back, and I pretty much restarted it. So, it's funny because we're actually at the point of the game where, you know, before I was like complaining that I had too many attachments, I didn't have any room for them. And now I'm at the point of the game where I don't have enough, like I need attachments because I can't really do anything. I don't have any attachments that my weapons actually need for, you know, them to like be built up to, which is a problem. So, whew, words. Anyway, oh, is this the hallway with the, oh, no, it's not, okay. There's a particular moment where I'm going down a hallway and there's just a beautiful surprise waiting for me. So when that happens, who we mama are we gonna be all be excited for? It was poison, what a goob. Seriously though, what was that, like twice now? Or maybe that was like the 3rd time that it wasn't an explosion trap compared to, you know, all the other times that we've actually opened up those chests, so. Oh man. You gotta love the camera in this game, you know? You back up from one enemy and all of a sudden you turn around and there's like 6 more just at your butt. I'm also very surprised that didn't just outright get to us, but hey, you know what? I can respect that. Also, now that we've put the platinum ring onto the other platinum ring, it is so stinking powerful. I mean, you saw that 175 to the Gaion. I don't even think Goro does that much damage to Gaions. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty dang sure Goro doesn't do jack diddly squat compared to that. So, I think it only has like 33 attack, but man, you get enough magic power on a weapon, and I mean, it can be just as powerful as Goro, really. So, Basker. That may play a quite important role in the near or not so near future, but you didn't hear from me. Alright, so anyway, more ABS banks. Pretty dang awesome, if I do say so myself. Now, one thing that does kind of stink about ranged characters is that they don't actually make enemies flinch, which kind of can be a problem, but you know what? We stuck through it, and I think we did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. Also, double impact's abs are just the tonest of them all. Toenest of them all. And drinks. You know, okay, this is something I've always wondered. I wonder how tasty the food in Dark Cloud is. You know, like stamina drinks. I wish I had the menu open right now so I could point it out. But stamina drinks kind of look like pink lemonade. And you know what? I am a pretty dang big fan of pink lemonade, so I really wouldn't mind getting buff by some good old pink lemonade, if I do say so myself. But like, I wonder what the antidote drinks would be. Would they be like grape juice? Ooh. I wonder if the antidote drinks would be like milk. Like, isn't it a thing? Oh, hold on. Before I say anything. Sorry, Ruby's noises. Well, actually, that's about it. Ruby's noises. Anyway, though, like, isn't that a thing where, like, if you get poisoned, it's a good idea? Or, like, if you accidentally ingest, like, a poisonous chemical or something, you're supposed to, like, drink milk because it helps to kind of, like, dilute it and, like, slow its absorption into your body? I'm pretty sure that's a thing, and if not, well, whoops. You didn't hear it from me. But, no, I'm pretty sure milk is supposed to be, like, a thing that the Poison Control Center is like, dude, drink some milk if you poison yourself. God, I just can't stop burping. Okay, literally, that is the 7th time I've burped. Body, what are you doing? Okay, that was the 8th time I've burped now. I haven't even drank anything carbonated. Like, literally, the only time I burp, really, aside from like after I eat stuff, but I haven't eaten anything lately, is when I record. God, these weird, nervous tics, you know? Maybe I should see a super psychiatrist. When the normal ones just don't cut it. So, yeah, okay, so doesn't the stamina drink look like pink lemonade? I mean, that just looks delicious. I mean, the premium chicken, I don't know, we probably had it for like weeks at this point, so not quite sure how sanitary or delicious that might be, but like, seriously, stamina drinks. I would be down for drinking some good old pink lemonade. Stamina drinks, 2013, ArchTalko copyright, all rights reserved. You owe me $5. So, you know what is up with enemies and just really not wanting to be hit, you know? It's like they don't want to die. What is up with that? You know? They're all dodging, they're all blocking, they all got projectiles. I mean, they are just not the prettiest things in the city. Also, I'm really surprised that mask survived that, but hey, you know what? He must have like sturdy, you know? Protects him from one-hit KOs. Or in that case, like 6. I'm not actually sure how many hits that took, but see, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Ruby charged up is like way more powerful than Goro, at least with the masks and like the Gaions. So, you know, I will say, I think it's pretty nice to just be able to sit back, relax, and internally make fun of my playing style, you know? It's nice to not to have to really multitask, you know? You know? Yeah. Alright, well, I officially am kinda at a stump as to what to discuss. But I will say those captains are looking pretty fine and dandy. Also, there's a pretty large amount of them in this level. Like, hot dang. Also, I really don't know what I was doing. Like, I just felt like scrolling past all my weapons for quite a while. Oh! I know what it is. I think what I'm gonna do from now on is I'm gonna probably off-screen this, but I want to build up the big bucks hammer, and I'm gonna specialize only in what the battle axe needs to build up with. That way, not only will my battle axe have the money up, I think it's called big bucks. Actually, I think that's what the ability's called. But it will be even closer to actually being built up because. Out of everybody in our party right now, the battle axe definitely needs the most stuff, and that's honestly kind of worrisome because I'm not totally sure what to do. Also, thank you Master Ring for giving me another weapon build up, even though I don't have any accessories to actually capitalize on that. Ugh. So, anyway. Also, I wanted to apologize if I sound kind of nasally. I'm actually suffering from a pretty big like sinus infection right now, and I'm trying to do my best. But, you know, just kind of is what it is. I can't guarantee greatness. Look at that stud. Wardrobe so exquisite. Oh yes, just soak that up. Oh, loafers, that just melts my heart. Beautiful. Okay, enough of that. We got a grass cake, a witch parfait on Jack's store, a Fruit of Eden by the fountain, a sea killer, which is kind of lame. What is that? A fish candy by the river, and oh, that was it. So, yeah, it's always a good idea after you do a couple of floors, at least in Queens, to kind of go around the diorama area and check it because the place is so big and there are so many power-ups in the area. So anyway, with that, we do officially have all our characters up to 130 HP. Now, their thirst meter isn't quite equal, so we're still doing a little bit of discriminating there, but it's not super bad. At least they all have the same HP, and their defense is actually pretty good. Oh, okay. Remember that pirate's chariot for later, because, oh my, do we have a good old time with him. So, anyway. I do believe that this hallway is a dead end. Aha! I would be correct. So, man, girl, you need to brush your teeth, get rid of that morning breath. Easy like Sunday morning. Also, I'm really surprised that mask didn't hit me, but you know what? That is the beauty of Goro's charge attack. You are just invincible for all the time. I can respect that, you know? Or like a fine cheese on a Wednesday afternoon. Also, Goro, compared to the battle axe, really just is not doing a whole lot of damage, and it honestly kind of makes me pretty sad. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. We gotta push through it and do what we gotta do in order to get the good old money. And by money, I of course mean booty. Also, that beeping. Oh, that beeping is driving me nuts. Why do game developers think it's such a good idea to make a really annoying beeping sound? Like, do what Pokemon did in Pokemon X and Y. Beep like 3 or 4 times to let the player know, and then stop beeping. We don't want to hear it. On the plus side though, we're finally starting to get a little bit more attachments. I mean, we got the Sea Killer, but I don't think any of our weapons actually need to be built up with the Sea Killer, so we're just gonna kind of take what we got. But, okay, we share a beautiful moment with this pirate chariot. Just, it appears we've reached an impasse. Like, dude, sir, as much as I like, okay, look, I know that that pole is just pretty much the most attractive thing this side of Jupiter, but you know, we can't have this kind of relationship. You know, it's either me or the pole. We can't have both. Oh, and also I killed you, so I guess you don't really get to decide. But that's okay because you know, you got to share your last final moments of that pole, and that's really all that matters. You know, they really just, they are like the biggest dancing queens. You know, first they're flaunting their stuff in front of hallways, and next they are just they're schmoozing it up with poles, you know? Pirate chariots. Gotta love them. Anyway though, it's a funky shaped exit in a music box. Well, as it stands, this is actually the final floor of Shipwreck. In order to proceed, well, we're gonna have to do the diorama and find something in order to get past that music box door. Pretty peculiar if I do say so myself. I mean, if I've learned anything from playing Wario Land 3, I should know that music boxes are not something you want to mess with lightly. Also, dang chest blocked me. Also, yeah, 3 pirates chariots in one room. Like, how cruel does this game really have to be before, you know, just kind of lets up? And, you know, I gotta hand it to the pirate chariot. That was a pretty big pro shot. I also almost used a healing item, and then I noticed the fountain and was like, yo, let's be efficient now. So that's what I did. That's what I God, guys, I'm like the best player, just hands down. I mean, look at this AAA, just flawless, gorgeous, beautiful gameplay. Tasty stuff. Anyway, though. An escape powder I'm probably never going to use. Thank you very much, game. Much appreciated. And finally, oh, I was going to say, the last Atla. Nope, the third to last Atla. Second floor. Oh, that was gorgeous. So glad. Also, wow, I'm really surprised that didn't hit us. Wow, that was twice the pirate chariot almost got us. But not quite. Also, am I really gonna fight this with Toan? Pass me? What the? Dude, what are you? Another beautiful moment with those poles. Dude, he just can't get enough of them poles. Did you guys think my weapon was gonna break? Well, I actually wanted to show off what the auto repair powders do, so. Did I get you? What's that? No? Poop. Oh well. Yeah, it's basically just, even though like I'm gonna try to just always use the regular yellow repair powders, again, it is a really nice safeguard to have at least one auto in your active item slots, because you never know when you're gonna get careless or if you're gonna get locked in a combo with no way to actually exit out of it. So anyway, King Mimic, dude, you know what? That was a beautiful moment we shared with him, because you know, he realized that his lust for power had corrupted him. So when he had that realization, he, instead of fighting back, you know, instead of letting his evil, you know, erode his very will, he let us defeat him. You know, it was like Mother 3. You know, he knew that by defeating him, he would be contributing to the greater good, and so he let us wail on him. You know, just beautiful, free willy. wailing on the enemies without no problem. That was so many beautiful moments. You know, I blame it on the background music. It just makes everything in this game so dang poetic. You know, just listen to those piano chords. Those I'm crying. Literally, tears are pouring out of my face, and by pouring, I mean one single man tear is slowly trickling out of the corner of my eye, because that is the only way a man can cry. Only way. Except for when I play Journey and I bawl like a middle-aged housewife. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, though, that's gonna be it for the day. Thanks for watching me I meant play vlogging. We have finally gotten every single diorama component. So in the next episode, we're gonna, well, do as much as we can. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to do all of it, because let me tell you guys something, there is a lot that we have to complete, but we're gonna do our best. We might have to devote 2 episodes to diorama stuff, and if we have to do so, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.